Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, Steve Gage's interest in a bourbon event centered around Mammoth Cave. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Kathy Cool, Jeff Andreezy, and Jim Gokin.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hello.
Hey, everyone.
Hello. So, yeah, see, that sounds pretty descriptive there. They were saying, I don't know what this is about. I think that sounds pretty... Again, no one pays any attention to me. That's the problem. No one...
Steve, and I was like,
you can just stop making this all about you and how we don't pay attention to you.
You don't. No. We just did a show where I explained something 4 times and people are still asking me questions.
Here's my deal. I drink a lot. And I forget. I didn't even know we talked about laminated wood again.
So Steve thinks
I thought he brought it up in a recent show.
But he also forgets he's dealing with drunk people all the time. So it's a little bit on you, Steve, that we're not listening because
this is my crew. Yes.
We are who we are.
Bunch of drunk people. Yes. Yeah.
Steve's people.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about Mammoth Cave and why we might do an event there, that type of thing. We're going to get to that after the break. For right now, though, McNew said there's something she want to talk about. What is that, McNew?
Okay, so this is a question I saw online, and I thought it was interesting. So I wanted to ask you guys. Okay. So you have 5 minutes to hide a paperclip in your home. A detective, like one of the best FBI guys, going to find anything, has 24 hours to come into your home and find it. If they don't find it, you win $100,000. Where are you going to hide this paperclip?
Prison wallet, of course.
Yeah, it cannot be inside your body.
Well, yeah, you just changed the rules on the thing. Yeah. All the rules were changed.
That was not it has to be in the house. You're not going to be inside the house while he's hunting for it, so it cannot be inside your body.
Huh.
So you know that drain in your basement?
Yeah.
Where like the air conditioner water goes in.
Right.
And it's always pretty kind of scummy.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to magnet it to the bottom of that.
Magnet it. Okay.
Not a bad idea.
I think magnet it to the PVC pipe that's plastic.
No, it's the drain cover.
Like the drain's
on the basement floor.
It's near your
Have you not seen any murder scenes?
Near your conditioner. Yeah. They're going to find
They're
out.
always digging out that drain. Yeah.
They're going to
search that for blood.
It's not a nice place to look.
Here's what you do. You go to the office in the house, and there's going to be paper clips in there somewhere, where they're in a jar or whatever, box. You just add them to that. Just drop it in there. Because he's not going to think you dropped it in with just the normal, regular, everyday paper.
Too obvious.
Right.
Is it marked in any way?
I feel like it's a special golden paper clip.
Oh.
So like he knows it's specific. He knows the specific one he's supposed to be finding. But I think
They'll probably see the feces on there because it was in the prison wallet for a while. That may be a giveaway. When McNew changed the rules, it's already too late for that.
Change your plans.
Trained noses.
Okay.
They're going to find it.
They'll find it. The poop, they have gloves. The poop won't bother them. They'll be fine.
I've got a great locations in my basement because I've got partially finished ceiling and partially not finished. So there's exposed rafters, and you can just like reach around up into the finished part from the unfinished part, set it on top of a floor joist. Never find it.
You don't think he's going to look there?
No.
Oh. Yeah.
Bag
Hand
of
is
flour.
all you can get up
Inside a
there.
bag of flour.
That's a good one.
Oh.
Bag of flour. Yeah.
And then but you gotta shake it, right? So that it's settled.
Sure.
It's
You got to
You
allow
want
for
it to
some
be
settling.
in the middle.
Yeah.
In the middle.
The problem is you're going to get flour somewhere else, and that's going to clue them in.
But no, you can clean before he comes, but
You can never clean flour all the way up.
that's true.
What about
That's
coffee? Can I put it in a bag of coffee?
yeah,
Sure.
you can put it wherever you want. The question is, where do you think's the best place?
Obviously,
I'm sure-
I'm running around my house for 5 minutes and putting it in many different places and then thinking, well, Jim's going to figure out that this isn't a good place, so I better pick a new place.
Right. I'm sure there's going to be a metal detector involved. That's one of the
That's
tools.
the problem.
So he's going to run it over like the flour bag, or that's where he would probably get you. Things that shouldn't be metallic that all of a sudden dinging, that would get it.
Jeff hasn't answered.
No, I haven't. I've got a couple, but if the metal detector's in play, which I believe it would be, I was going to put it in a cigar somehow and put it in the humidor, and there's a couple thousand in there. But if it's a metal detector, I inherited an old flour tin, the old metal kind that
Yes.
Dad used to he used to do a lot of reloading, and I inherited a bunch of 7-shot in this thing. It's all lead BBs. Pellets. I think I'd hide it in that somehow. Put it in the bottom of
Hide
that.
it in that, sure. Okay. Now you're talking. So, yeah, there you go. McNew, you thought about this. Do you have something?
A couple ideas, and I don't know that they're good. So I
Right.
thought maybe I would put it in a pocket of a pair of jeans with some change and throw that in the washer and just let it spin around, because he's going to be like, oh, it's just laundry. Why would you look in the laundry? Or you get a candle and turn it upside down and straighten it out and shove it up in the wax, but it's a candle that sits on a thing. So why would you look under it? Because it doesn't look burnt, right? Because if you lit one, you'd find it. But if you just shoved it up the bottom, you might not find it.
Hey now.
That's
Hey, now.
Steve's method.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You stole his well.
Yeah, I said I tried that, and you said that wasn't legal. So,
Not your-
interesting. McNew's the rules are different for McNew apparently. So
Or I could, my dogs have tags on their collar. I would just put it on one of the dog tags because they already jingle. So you would just be like, oh, it's a dog tag.
you could see it though. What if you because it's a paper clip, you could undo it, make it straight, and then put it in a thing of toothpaste. Push it, use another thing to push it deep in there, and then squirt a little toothpaste out because it wouldn't then show anything. That'd be pretty good, I would think.
That's actually
That's
the
pretty
best
good.
idea. That's better than my ideas. Straighten. Yeah.
Straighten out straighten it out. Yeah.
Old
And
tube
then-
of caulk.
Put that prison pocket tooth. What the heck? We're talking about the paper clips. That toothpaste ends up in the guest bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That nobody ever uses. Yeah.
Right. So there you go.
That's actually a really good idea, Steve.
There's some ideas. There you go. So there you go. There's McNew's question of the day. So that was some good questions there. So we'll time to drink now. So who's drinking first? Let's go with McNew hasn't gone first yet. She's been
Okay,
first.
I'm going to go with some Knob Creek 9-year.
No, very quiet.
It was
Jeff is next.
Well, in honor of my first podcasting with Jim Gokin, I've got some Whistle Pig camp stock.
Okay.
Camper. Camp stock.
Hey, it's camps.
Oh my, that was tiny.
Yeah.
It was quiet
No,
That was
don't,
quiet,
please don't
like-
look
That was
down your
shrinkage.
pants. Yes, let's do cork pops only.
Really cold there.
Yeah. All right, Jim, you're next. Jeff has the lead with that. This tiny thing.
I'm probably not going to challenge him. I've got an MB Roland single barrel.
Okay.
Slide on set.
No.
Nope.
Jeff has the lead. Jeff has the lead. I'll go next. He might still have the lead. I'm going a pretty low bottle of Leopold here. This is that 8-year-old bourbon finished in a 3-chamber rye barrel. So
good.
Bad, but it's first place right now. So, Kathy, this is definitely yours to win. What do you got?
I have a vintage barrel pick of Ragged Branch.
Ragged Branch, okay. Wow.
Ooh.
That was killer. That was killer.
There we go.
That was
Solid.
a legit victory right there. So, yeah.
Ooh,
So
it even
cheers.
glugged.
It glugged. It glugged. So, cheers to Kathy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Here's me.
It sounded like a Willet pot still bottle.
It did. It was explosive.
Glug.
Well, the glug, yeah.
Yeah.
Those do have the best glug, especially the 175. So, all right, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about a Mammoth Cave event. Is this something we want to do? We'll get to that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show. Bumpers are unscripted, so go ahead. All right, he's got the Terminator glasses on for inspiration. Go ahead, here we go.
I'll be back. I'm not good with that, Steve. Come on.
And you're listening to The Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're asking, is a Mammoth Cave event something we'd be interested in?
Yes, we are. So Mammoth Cave was an existing brand. It was around since the 1800s. It went away. So it was a brand that Stitzel Weller picked up during Prohibition. Of course, they were one of the companies that made it through that. A lot of them went out of business. Whoever made Mammoth Cave before that didn't make it. Stitzel Weller bought that brand. They had it through Prohibition. They released it as medicinal whiskey and stuff like that. Great branding too. Looked really cool. I've tried some old Stitzel Weller Mammoth Cave before. Good stuff. Never tried the like pre-prohibition stuff, the stuff that was made by the other company. I never tried that, but the Stitzel-Weller stuff, fantastic. But that brand ultimately does go away. I forget when it went away, like the 60s or something like that. Did I put that in the show notes or anything? No. No. It went away in like the 60s, but there's a company now that is near Mammoth Cave. There's a distillery that has brought it back, which is kind of cool. Kind of cool that it sat around. It's hard to believe because Mammoth Cave is iconic, certainly in the state of Kentucky, and the fact that they have this a small little distillery. And I picked up the phone and called the guy. So they had their phone number on their website. I called him. I was like, "Tell me about this. How'd this happen? How do you get that?" And he was telling me about that, and he has a relationship with the people at the cave, and of course they have a lodge there at the cave, and really kind of cool old school type of lodge. And they're partnering up on doing some events that combines going to the cave and the distillery and staying at the lodge. And I was like, I think we'd like to do that. Well, I got a crew that likes to travel, and I think it might be fun. And of course, one of the crew club members, Mr. Jason Bronner, he famously loves Mammoth Cave, so I think we could get him there for that. Hell, he's a draw himself. So I think this might be something we might be interested in. This combination of bourbon stuff going to this distillery. It seems like they do things the right way. It might be fun to do that. Of course, staying at the lodge together. I don't think it's overly big. I think it's one of those things where we could probably do an entire lodge takeover if we plan it far enough in advance. And, last but not least, we will go and actually tour the cave too as part of it. So that might be just kind of fun to do. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this something we'd be interested in?
Yeah.
Yes, spelunking
Awesome.
and drinking.
Yeah. Let me just say I'm dumb because I thought you just meant the cave. I forgot that brand even existed. So I was like, oh, you just want to take us to the cave and we get a private tour and they let us drink whiskey along the way. I'm already in. This is even better.
Don't tell them we can drink whiskey in the cave.
You had me at whiskey.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
And I was like, oh, we could do private tours and they just give us samples. Fucking great. I'm in. But this is better because I didn't know there was a lodge and a distillery right there. Think it would be so fun. I don't think you'd have any problem getting people on board.
So that'll sell out fast.
So quick. 20 minutes. Post it and we're all in 20 minutes.
Okay.
I knew Mammoth Cave was in Kentucky, and I was trying to figure out exactly where it was because I like caves a lot, and I like going to them. The wife is not, also keen on it. She goes to some of them, but that's one of those that's it's the largest, longest, most mapped miles, whatever the hell you want to say, in the world.
Yeah.
And so they've got multiple tours. So you can get, just the walking tour that's wheelchair accessible, and then you can go on some that are, maybe you crawl a little bit.
No, I don't know about that for me, but others may want to do.
We know McNew will crawl a little.
I will be
You will be crawling no matter what, so why not just add that to the cave? Yeah.
Is there a barefoot version?
What if there's...
Yes. I'm stepping in butt, Gano. Oh my God. Yeah. So I like everything about it. I like the distillery idea. After talking with the guy, sounds like they're doing some interesting stuff. I like the idea of the lodge and us staying at a place that's cool. That would be fun.
Yeah, is it vintage, a 60s, 70s lodge situation? Or
from what I could see, yes.
Yellowstone?
Yeah. That sounds fun. That sounds
I don't know, it's not as old as the Yellowstone lodges and stuff which those are cool, by the way. You ever get a chance to go out to some of those lodges at Yellowstone? They're awesome. But it's a newer version of that. But and like I said, going to the cave would be fun too. So I think it's fun all around. So
that area is fun. So if you're a person that doesn't like caves, there's so many things. I've been there before, and I did zip lining down there. Zip lining's fun, and there's horseback riding and all kinds of touristy shit you can do if the cave is not your jam. There's it's just a fun area to go to.
Yeah.
How long have they been back distilling, Steve?
4 years. So they just released their first product. They held on to this whiskey for 4 years. I don't know how else they were making it. I don't know if they were making white spirits. I don't know that much about the store. I never heard of them until this article came up, and then I talked to the guy, and it sounded interesting. They've only released one barrel right now, and it is being sold at the lodge. So he has this great partnership going on with Mammoth Cave and the lodge there, which will play in this, and I think it'll help us out. It'll be kind of one point of contact to kind of get the whole thing going, which would be nice. And I'm all in on this. We're looking for stuff to do next year anyway. I think this fits the wheelhouse.
And
I'm
since
willing
it's
to-
a cave, you could do summertime. Because
Right,
Yeah, it's
exactly.
right.
Yeah.
Summer
It would be a
event.
great summertime event because
Yeah.
it'll be nice and cool in that cave. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, sounds like you guys are in. Sounds like it's.
Oh yeah.
I'm not
Oh,
the
yeah,
only
I
one who
think
thinks it's cool.
A definite win. People are going to love it.
Okay.
Is this like a crew club thing or barrel
Yes,
shop?
crew club.
Crew club.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah.
No, that sounds
if you're in
cool.
the crew club. Yeah. So it's cool. So I think we'll pursue it. And I'll let you guys know as soon as I know something. So sounds fun. On that note, we're going to wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Jim, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook at Jim Gokin.
All right. Kathy.
you can find me on Instagram at KKCastStrength.
Jeff, I passed you up there. Sorry about that, buddy. You're next.
That's all right. You can find me spelunking all the caves in balmy South Dakota and possibly in Kentucky. And in the meantime, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and the Cigar Dojo, Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
Okay. Yeah, this time of the year, as it starts getting colder, do you ever wish, man, I just wish I was, heading down to South Dakota for some nice warm weather. And
Just
Ball,
love it
yes,
for the
no
summer.
doubt.
There
Yeah.
for the
yeah, that'd be
That
nice.
first Minnesota snow wants me heading back to South Dakota.
Oh, yes.
Where they've already had 10.
Yeah. As I remember driving through South Dakota, there are bars that go across the interstate that say "Exit now" when the lights are flashing due to snow.
Yeah,
Yes.
So they get
yes,
some
they
snow.
shut you down. They shut you down.
Yeah,
that's Jeff's summer home.
yeah, exactly. All right, McNew, how about you?
You can find me on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. We're online, abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. Finance, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.